twisting murdering scum that from giant death factories keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. Literally come out from under rocks. They have green colored skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. Have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy with sick stuff, man. She sleeps in that same room as a creepy widow woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go we're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Billions of foreign people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. I'm gonna stab your dollar at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
Oh, yeah? Well, me and the Lord, we got an understanding.
We're on a mission from God.
Hey there, folks. It's your friendly neighborhood Dr. Ben here on the Late Show. It's Friday night. It's the first week. Got through it. Me and the keyboard got through it. So I don't know. I feel like it's a celebration. I got part of this is actually, it's kind of a full circle of why I started this. I had read this review. Yeah, I'm always reading reviews of comics and doing all this stuff, but I read this review of this volume 3 of Yoshiharu Tsuge's complete mature works volume. This is volume 3. 2 other volumes. I got one of them over. Oh, here's the other one I got. The first one as well. The Swamp. But get these just from the library. You got an app on your phone, you just ploop it in there and you get whatever book you want. They send it to you. You know, they bring it, they go and get it or whatever. It's fantastic. You can't, how can you beat that? You know, get the book, you read it. You want to keep it, then you get your own copy or, you know, whatever. What you would do. I'll make sure this doesn't. Yeah, I want to keep that. Forgot to start the jazz in here. That's what I needed. I don't know if this is the right one. I don't think it is. That's it. I think I forgot to link the playlist, but I'll do it after this is over. It'd be even worse than me trying to like type all that stuff while I'm on the stream. All the Okay, so let's calm down here. Initial review made this book. I feel like it was just like a splatter, gore, extreme sexual assault, like like a account of like violence. A very, I thought just like the way they described it, I was like, that does not sound. I hadn't known anything about Yoshiharu Tsuge's work at all before this. Apparently, he has a very large influence in Japanese manga, specifically in like their like adult manga, right? Like I think that's more classified as this Gekiga. I'm not really good with the words yet, but that's the impression I get. Sort of like their, maybe like their Edgar. I don't know, like not Edgar Allan Poe, but very popular adult works, mature, and I don't, you know what I mean? Like it made it sound like it was like a just like a slasher film or something, and it's like it's not. Like it made it sound like there's all this like every scene was like sexual assault, and it was not really like that. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's all very. It's like it's very like David Lynchian. Like have you seen David Lynch movies where it's like things happen but they don't really like make sense. Let me pull this. There's this story where this guy comes to this inn, right? And that's the picture I want. And he's like, there's all these weird things where he shows up and they say he looked like this guy that came before. And it's like, I don't know, it's like it's supposed to be like a memory or a ghost, or I'm not really quite sure. So I'm saying this is like my first kind of like read through it. There is there is some, I guess. Yeah, that's a. There's like, I don't know. It makes it seem like that was just like normal. So there is some. I guess I forgot about this. Is that this? Which one is this? Master of the Gensenken N. Right. It's supposed to be sort of like. That's what I'm saying. Like the way they described it was like it was as like a horror story. Especially like this first one, right? This first one's called Nijishiki. And it's about this kid. His arm is it's bleeding. And he's looking, he knows that he's like holding on to the two little like blood vessels that are cut so they don't leak, and he's like, he starts off and he's like going all over looking for a doctor to fix it. Like but it's all like just weird. Like it's got this real like surreal aspect where it's like, I don't know, like if you were wandering around with your arm like that, like I would think like people would be like, do something. I would think just be like, oh well, I don't know, something. This guy's like telling him they can't do anything there. He's got to go over to the next town over. And there's just this picture of him like going down the railroad tracks. And like a train comes, but it takes him back to the town he was at. This train is like pretty crazy looking too, I have to say. Like, just a crazy looking train. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like so much of it is just this weird, surreal, surreal horror, the way like David Lynch stuff. It's like it feels like anxious. That train like just coming through the city, like it took him back to the same city he was at, or little town or village or whatever. It's so just bizarre, like there's a spot where like they're showing him how they make some sort of like candy, and they're like talking about it, and the whole time he's holding his arm to keep it from like bleeding too much. Yeah, I guess I'll show you that because it's so like just bizarre. Like like he's gotta keep his arm from bleeding, so he's holding it, but then they're like going over and arguing about he's eating candy and stuff, and like she's showing him like different stuff about how they make it and this and that. Like it's just so weird. And then like what, they take him, the next thing he's like still walking, and he finds eventually a doctor, but he says this is no place for men. I am an OBGYN after all. He's like, ma'am, please, I have no time for such niceties. I might die. Very well, let's play your game of doctor then. Like, it's like this weird, that's what I'm saying. I guess it's turned into a weird, it's not really like a sexual assault. I don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying. It seems kind of like a consensual guy and the doctor. Like, it's like supposed to be like based on a dream, or maybe just dream logic or something. Yeah, because then I was thinking there's this last scene with grabbing a wrench, and I was thinking like, oh, it's gonna turn into like he's a crazy serial killer or something. But no, it's like instead they attach one of these little, they call it a stopcock. They attach that onto his arm where it's cut. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? It's just like so bizarre. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's, and then I think that's yeah. And so then the next page is him in a boat. Like, and that's why sometimes my left arm goes numb. That's the end of the story. That's the end of that one. So I'm saying it's like it's like absurdist horror or something, like, or if it's the guy that does the Fly and whatnot, like body horror or something. Yeah, but it's like all of it's got this real moody, dark. That's what I'm saying. It is, I guess it is horror. Okay, so like a David Lynch kind of style is what this makes me think of. Like all the things that happen in here, like, just seem so absurd. The way people act, and like, I don't know. This seems like there's a lot of things that are like metaphors too. Like there's this guy that can talk to the birds. There's a whole like, they're all like these like short stories too. I guess that's the thing is about the collection here. Is that it's like just separate, unconnected short stories. They're all like of this kind of weird horror kind of tinged, like I noticed like in a lot of like horror movies, there's always like a like the like not always, but they often have like sex scenes that are sort of like like cliche, like that's how it seems like in these, but it seems like it's like using those like just as like a I don't know, like just as a story trope or something. I guess this one's kind of a sex assaulty too. Like there's this guy at this other end, and he sees the innkeeper lady in the bath. They're in there. They call it the communal bath, and is this the one she had been? I think she kept like seeing him. No, this is a separate one. Oh yeah, no, this is like they kept like laughing and like kind of flirting and stuff, and then they're like, yeah, we just used the same bath, and then does get all pokey and grabby and stuff, like so. Yeah, so I guess there is some, there is some of that this like assault and stuff. So that's gonna be too much for you. This wouldn't be for one. These are like cartoons. Doesn't really show anything. Well, there. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, I guess there is some like, but then it's like, it doesn't. Is this? Yeah, this is the one where it's like, it's like a memory of all this happening before. This guy shows up, and they're telling him that all of that happened before when a guy that looked like him showed up there. And there's this weird thing where he buys a let me see if it shows where he buys that mask. No, it just shows him with like it just shows it like I thought it showed him like buying it, but there's some, and they have some sort of special name for the mask, but apparently it's supposed to be big nose is supposed to be a sexual metaphor of some sort. And so like later, after all this weird stuff happens, like he shows up and, like all these people are like trying to stop him and don't go in there, don't do this, you'll see something and this and that, and then he does. Well, no, that's the first page. They're all, yeah, that's them all trying to plead with him not to go in. Then he does, and it's that's what I'm saying. Like the art is like so like moody and stuff. Like look at that. That's just like makes me think of like the Sleepy Hollow movie or the old Sleepy Hollow cartoon with the Headless Horseman. It's just got that perfect like vibe to all of it. There, and then like that's when he shows up with that mask. That's what so this is what I'm saying. Like it does have this like this feel to it, and then that's the end of that one. Like we just see like him showing up, right? And that's it. That's it for that story. That's it. So it's like they're all the stories have these just bizarre ends to them. Like that's what I mean. Is that I think he's really like just doing like interesting things with the storytelling. The way he'll like end a story, just like it's just like all of them are really just truly like snippets of like just strange situations. Like this one. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like it was there's this whole story with the guy that can talk to animals. There's like a whole side bit about like a crab that lives under his house, and they're trying to find it. It's disappeared, and it just kind of ends with that, like them going to look and try and find it. And this image is just like, to me, that's just kind of like nightmare fuel, like just in that little box stairway, like you're trying to climb up stairs, but you have to lay down or else you'll hit the ceiling. That's why is that even there? It doesn't have anything to do with the story. I must have just found yeah, and then and the next one is like does start off with a nude model there, and it doesn't really like I never quite get the understanding what exactly. It seems like more that's like a metaphor than like they're actually supposed to have been like doing something together. I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like some of it is just so. Like he'll have these pages where he's just playing around with the art. Like guy standing in front of the sea, and like it's all this. I can't see it myself because I got it in front of the camera, but. You see what I'm saying? Like he's just got a very. You can tell it's like a lot of it is sort of just like fantastical. Sometimes like dream, like I said, that dream logic, where like something is just weird and different, and like that's just. Man, look at that! Like this. That room is just fantastic. You know what I mean? Like. That's the other thing with this is just the penmanship. It's fantastic, And like everything has just got that weird kind of creepy vibe to it. That is just. Well, I guess there are more like sex scenes, yeah. But I don't know. They don't seem like. Like in this, the girl's been a lot of it is like it's them flirting or something, and like having like some kind of relationship that they're just suddenly there, like strangers or whatever. Like I think this one is the one where the guy leaves. Yeah, he leaves. He has this one night with this lady at the inn, and then he leaves, and he imagines like going back. He imagines like if he had stayed there at the inn, turned into an old person with that lady, and this one's this one's a little bit longer. He like goes back and sees her, and she doesn't recognize him, and like that's. How does this one end? Wait a second. Oh, and then like he meets a cat and he gets drunk on the beach. Like what? That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of these seem like kind of like beatniks or something. Like this came out in the '60s. Like yeah, like the kind of like beatniks and hippies and stuff. Like. There's this whole page where he's just like dancing with this cat on the beach. Like it's like it just seems so like odd. Yeah, so it's like it's not all necessarily like horror, but like there's a lot of like absurdity or something too. And that's the last one is called. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's a really like interesting book. Like I read, I'll show you where the illustrated part stops. A little bit more than, this side. That's all the illustrated part, and then back here is the essay by Ryan Holmberg. Dreams and Wanderings, the Tsuge Yoshiharu Revolution, 1968 to 1972. That's the guy there. There's Tsuge. I mean, it's just like a dense examination of like all the different the places he was being published, the what manga serials were being put out, where he was, like who was also there. This is what I'm saying. It's like I got to it, I'm like, oh man, this is awesome. It's gonna take like forever for me to get through all of this. Pictures of him. Like I said, like just explaining what kind of like biographical information he has on him when he's doing all this, interviews, piecing it from all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's thorough. It's thorough. And so that's what I mean. Is like it really like really exceeded what I was thinking. Like I said, like I was thinking that the review I read gave it a real awful appearance, right? And like that's not what I got like at all from this. Like I didn't get any kind of like I said, it reminded me a lot of like David Lynch films with there's just weird violence occurs, and like it's not really like it's just it just has it there. It's just so that's what I'm saying. And this other one from him, I got these from the library, both of these. I was pretty happy. And a book of the Kitaro, because I was like, couldn't decide I wanted to get one of them. And I was like, I can't get all of them. And I was like, wait, I can order them from the library. So all about the understanding all this classic Japanese horror manga. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I haven't read the Swamp yet. I assume that's the next. But I gotta I gotta sit and think about volume 3, because it is it's just like so much of it's like I said, seems like based on a dream, which is almost metaphorical or something. So what is he trying to say something? You know what I mean? What is the point of trying to analyze a comic strip? I don't know, to convince someone else to read it. That's the other thing that I always think about these. It's what am I trying to do? Am I trying to stop people from reading comics? Look, you don't have to read it. I already did. I can tell you what it is. It's no good. Or am I trying to get people to read things? Why? It's such a mystery. But that's what we got for today. I'm not gonna want to just do this one because it's thought about opening up the the Wizard issue tonight, but I think I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that for later. Build it up a little bit more. I'll end it with, I don't know what I should end it with, but Well, we'll go off these commercials. I guess that's the thing. It's a nice, chilled out, relaxed night. Don't want to go too deep into the other comics I got here. Just wanted to like catch up. Well, like I said, this is the fifth night for the Better Late Show, so if you're gonna do it live, I didn't get the theme song from there onto here because this is on using the StreamYard. But I got the jazz going off the free jazz playlist. What is this? This one is the background cafe music. Perfect. I love this stuff. All right, well.
I was overweight and looked terrible, but AIDS helped me lose 46 pounds. The AIDS diet plan helped me lose 28 pounds.
AIDS helps control your appetite so you lose weight, yet AIDS lets you taste, chew, and enjoy. And the appetite suppressant in AIDS is not a stimulant.
AIDS helped me to lose 18 pounds, and it doesn't contain anything to make me nervous.
Question, why take diet pills when you can enjoy AIDS? AIDS helps you lose weight without making you jittery.